what if I wanted the user of my programs? What if I wanted their name? And what if I wanted their age? Up until this point, if I wanted their name, I would have to create some radio buttons and give them the option, give them the choice of something to choose from. But this is ridiculous, as we're dealing with an infinite amount of names. And same with the age. Am I supposed to just have 100 different radio buttons for them to click? That seems very tedious. I don't want to do that. So we're going to introduce getting input from the user. So not giving them the choice, but actually giving them the option to give us the inputs based on whatever it is that we want from them. So to do that in our toolbox, this very, very useful control called the text box. I'm going to click and drag it. So a text box allows the user to enter literally whatever they want, and we can use the information from the text box in our program. So just in this little demo, I want the user to enter their name in this text box. So the name of the text box, the prefix is TXB. So I'm going to say TXB, and then I'm going to say capital N name, because I'm using this text box to get their name. For this second text box where the user is supposed to enter their age, I'm going to say TXB age. So I want them to put in their name and I want them to put in their age so that I can say your name is Bob and your age is 80. I want to be able to use the information, to use the inputs in my program. So I'm going to give the user time to type into these text boxes, and I can show you that right now. So you can see I can type literally whatever I want. So I could put Bob, and then I could put 40. And once the user has done that, we need some type of submit button, some type of enter button. So let's go ahead and add that. I'm going to add a button, and I'll just say this is my BTN submits, because they're going to submit this information to me. So how do we go about doing this? Well, I'm just going to click on my button. So I'm going to add a click event. You can ignore all this stuff. That was from the previous video. So when I hit submit, I want to take their name and I want to take their age and I want to update this label. And I want to use their name. I want to use their age inside this label. Well, this label has a name. It's called label output. And what property do I want to change about that label? Well, I want to change the text of the label. And what do I want this label to say? Well, I want it to start with your name is, but then I don't want to put blank. I want to actually put their name. Now, your name is just some words. So I'm going to say your name is space, and then where is their name? Where can I find their name? Well, if the user is using my program correctly, their name should be in this text box because that's where they're going to type it. So if I want the name that's been typed in this text box to show up on my label, I'm going to go your name is plus TXB, not the age one, the name. Now careful here, because a lot of people quit right here. They say text box name. But remember, the text box has all of these lovely properties. Are you talking about the text box's color? Are you talking about the size? No, I'm talking about the text that the user will have typed into the text box. So what part of the text box? I want the text. So when I hit the submit button, this label will say your name is, and then I'm adding on whatever text is inside that text box. Now, when we see this plus symbol, we think of math and we think of adding. It may be more useful to think of attaching. So here are some words, and I'm going to attach some more text to it. This is called string concatenation. It's basically where you have some text and you attach more text to it. So let's see how this works here. So if I put Bob and I hit submit, I get your name is, and then whatever text I typed in the text box shows up down there. So I could change it to Bobby, submit, and whatever text shows up in the text box shows up on my label. Now I've got an age thing here too, right? I want them to tell me my age or tell me their age. So let's look back at this label output. Let's talk about string concatenation. I'm going to say your name is, this gives me the name, but I'm not done there. I want to attach some more words. I want to say space, your name is Bob, and your age is space. And where can I find their age? Well, I'm going to attach whatever text is from the age text box. So this is some heavy string concatenation going on. We're attaching 4 different strings, 4 different texts into one single text. So now I can put Bob, I could put 40, I could submit. Your name is Bob and your age is 40, just like that. Bobby, 100. Your name is Bobby and your age is 100. So now you know how to get any input from the user. You don't have to give them options. You can just set your program up so that they can tell you specifically what it is. And it doesn't matter what they tell you. We've got code to handle every situation. Every name that they tell me or every age, I've got it covered right here.